Hello, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I think that covers all of the various times that it could be. Sorry. But then it wouldn't be morning beads and things if I didn't have to put my lips on after getting started. People are still going to be trickling over from Rosanna's. That's why I was a couple minutes late. I was watching the end of hers. And such. So let's say hello to who all is here. All my international ladies are over here. We got Anita and Mary, and Anita is in South Africa, and Mary is in the Netherlands. Is that correct? Did I get it right? Oh, I didn't refill my coffee. So I'll have to mind how much I'm gabbing. I appreciate you guys all being here and showing up and saying hello and hanging out with me for a while. I know that you have a whole array of ways that you could be spending your morning, other people who you could be watching. So I thank you for coming. I'm probably going to start. Oh, hi, Georgina. Everybody just came on. Hello, Dorothy. Did I miss Dominique? Yes, you are from the Netherlands. Woo! Okay. Good morning, Dominique. I certainly hope everybody's having a good day. We will start with opening my advent calendar as soon as I see Rosanna pop in. Dominique, I'm so happy that you're here. Where are you joining us from? And do you have a channel of your own? Because I see that your name, Beth, I would never forget you. Love you, lady. Hi, Gloria. If you do have a channel, I will go and grab the link real quick and share it with everybody as we like to help the community grow together around here. In case you're new, I also have a site over on Facebook. It's a group, it's not mine. It belongs to the community. I just started it. Where you can share just about everything. You can share your channel, your sale, your video, your website, your Etsy store, your website, everything. You can post pieces of jewelry that you would like to sell, all of that. The only thing that I ever ask is that once it gets to the point of, hey, I like that, how much is it, and how do I pay, that part of it goes on Messenger. And not within, because I wouldn't have wanted anybody to, those are individual private sales, and are not the responsibility of Beading Besties. We have an admin team, and we've had the site for over 6 months now. And other than approving new membership, we've had no issues. I specifically set up the group in a way where when you do a membership request, you have to actually type out answers, and that helps keep the scammers down, because it's very obvious if they're spam or scammers because of the way they answer those questions. So outside of that, we've never had an issue. Nobody's ever had to report unkind or whatever posts of other people to the admin team. So I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. We have a lot of fun over there. There are still group chats for every state. So go ahead and check those out. See if there are other members that are with you, because I would like it to be someplace where you could either connect virtually or possibly even get together in person to hang out and be with each other. So, Dominique, you are here from Washington, I think I saw Washington State. Not yet, but thinking of starting one and making jewelry for a long time. Well, please do so. Do you have an Etsy store and stuff? If so, go join Beading Besties and put up your Etsy store so that people can check it out. And I don't know if you've heard me, but I also have a show on Sunday nights called Beading Besties, where I have members of the jewelry community on. I ask them about their jewelry journey. I ask them cute little questions, and in order for everybody to get to know you better. So, yes, you're totally fine, Rosanna. Don't worry about it. I just waited and came over. Oh, cool. Okay. Is it your name? If you can like put it in the comments here, just like don't do it as www.thewebsite.com because it will block it. So just kind of like put the name of it without the www or the .com so that people can go check it out. So yes, I'm so glad that you wanted to come back. Okay, so that is her website. Just don't forget the .com or the www. I'm gonna write this down so that I remember to go check it out afterwards. Facebook and Instagram too. Okay. QUE Creations. Okay. The Beading Besties Facebook group is linked below in the description box of this video. I'm so glad that you came back. Love that. Makes me so happy. It is a great community. And if you've not watched Randy when she gets back in January, it's normally her, then oh my goodness, Dorothy and Ernie with DJI Designs, and then Rosanna comes on, and then I come on. So you start your day and go into your afternoon. Most of us just sit here and beat along with me as they're working on different projects. People will pop in and out depending upon what other things are going on in their life that they have to continue with. Okay, I want to start today with my advent calendars because I'm excited, and then I do have something planned for today. So, let's go down to the mat. Okay, my heavy duty cutters are still out. Oh, all righty. So today is. Wait, did I mess up? Did I open the 19th one yesterday instead of the 20th? Uh-oh, I might have gone out of order. Okay, well, this is still Saturday and Sunday. I may have gone out of order. So I'm still going to go ahead and open them. I must have opened 18 and 19 yesterday instead of 19 and 21. Okay. Gotta adjust my camera so it doesn't look funky. So day 20. Oh, that is so beautiful, Rosanna. It reminds me of the stained glass in Beauty and the Beast. Because there's roses all throughout here. There's the 3 loops at the bottom. It's just beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Randy and I both do bead sales. She's been doing bead drops where she shows off the beads in the morning and then she makes them live on her webpage. And I do live jewelry sales on the weekends, and we have a lot of fun. I'm excited to create with this. So excited. I'm wondering if you could like do a drop from here, connect the two, and then do like a little, like maybe even a little fringy tassel with like daisy spacers and silver, and just like have a little tassel going down. That could be really pretty. I'm excited to create that. It's gorgeous, Rosanna. Sundays. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I'm so excited for this. Okay, if you don't know, Rosanna makes the most gorgeous hair barrettes that she sells. That and her, I would say that and her beautiful sun catchers. Well, and circlets, she does it all. Sorry. I was trying to figure out what you were most known for, and I'm like, there's so many things. I did the first video completely. I'm going to post it up either this afternoon or tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I will tell you guys, the video starts as me kind of not going off, but going over everything that you can do that Beatbox Bargains does for you, and how even if you get a box 1 month that you're not particularly fond of the ways that you can still count it as a positive. And it was like 10 minutes. I didn't get frustrated. I didn't get stern. I was just going over things and like trying to be like, and this happened, so you win. And then this, and so you win. And like, it's still a win. Like with the necklace I showed yesterday, how this pays for the box in and of itself. Mine has 18 karat gold plated findings, so it would more than pay for the box. But even if you didn't have that and you just use the pearls and the little English crystals, it pays for the box. And then all of the other beads in the box, anything you make from them, it's basically like those beads were free. Therefore, the profit margin is of your own design. Like you're not limited in it in any way. So I was just going through all of that kind of stuff. But yes, so I'm going to do that. You have bargain beads, which for the last series, yes, they're wonderful. Love them. And I was talking about their customer service and all of that kind of stuff. So that's in the beginning of the video. Oh, I'm so excited. Ooh, you gave lots of choices. These owls are adorable. Oh, I'm so excited. I love these ones when you use these ones. Okay, this is going to have to be a video all by itself. I hope I make you proud. I hope I make you proud. Okay. Down to the mat and what we're going to do today. So I thought what we would do well, I'll show you the pieces that I made in the first section. I obviously made this part ahead of time, but there's that. And then I did like a little bracelet where I just used the crystals, some seed beads, and simple gold spacers balls to put on here. These I see as stacker pieces for while you're layering. That's why there's not really a focal on the bracelet, but I'm also a fan of just simple bracelets that don't have that. Not that there's not a place and everything for the ones that do. I'm more of like a simple elegance, rustic elegance. Those are my favorite kind of designs. And then I pulled some gorgeous chocolate pearls out of my stash, which there's going to be a whole other necklace using these. And I made this pair of earrings, again, using 2 of the crystals, some very simple 5-petal flower spacers, some seed beads, and gold space balls. And so we have those earrings. And then this will lead into today's topic. I made these very simple drop earrings with just 1 pearl. Sorry, guys. There we go. Just 1 pearl and 1 of the crystals, and 3 little flower bead caps. So I made those as well yesterday. And then I was like, wait, what? I know I can make more of this with the box. How can I be done? I wasn't. I just forgot about the other container of beads I still had. So then we got to have fun. And I made this necklace. Zoom out. I just zoomed in. Now I gotta zoom out a little bit. Where I used some of the ceramic beads and some of the hello, gold or silver. Now you want yours. Love. I know, aren't they beautiful? I got them from Tammy, Gloria. They're absolutely stunning, and I have a little pile of them right here for part 2. So then I made this necklace with the Lash and Jade, and the ceramic beads. I did beaded links. And then this is my focal, and you guys are going to laugh at me, but this took forever. Trying to figure out how to space things with the seed beads, trying to get the seed beads on the jump ring and still close it was a challenge, and why we moved from yesterday into today at the end of the video. And that was with me pausing the video and working on stuff. And yeah. So yes, I used these beautiful leaves that I got from Rosanna. Originally, this was longer, but I didn't like how it was hitting. The seed beads came to be because these needed to be separated to let them hang correctly. When the 2 pieces of chain were just right up on each other, it wasn't dangling correctly. And so you weren't seeing the beautiful patterns of these leaves with the ombre, and they're so beautiful, and they were the same color as these. So yes, I told you I was going to use it. I said those are going to work so good with the box when I opened them. So yes, so I have this. I wish I had a couple more of these, or even some slightly smaller ones that I could make into earrings. But I'm happy for this. I love it. I think it's fun and flirty. I used some pieces of chain. Obviously, I didn't use it all. I used my bare bronze wire and then the antique bronze, and I'm gonna say bronze. Antique brass, antique bronze. Although this is a little bit more to the left. Now that I work with bare brass wire, it patinas into a beautiful brown. So that does not look like this. But yes, so I'm happy. I put some seed beads up the side just so that the color came through. I wanted to do a couple more than that, but girls, my hand spasms, and I have dexterity issues. So the fact that I got 7 of them on here, still closed it, is a win. So yes. Oh, I need to send her your email address, Beth. Or I need to send you hers. I will do so. I wasn't thinking that Dorothy was gonna be up, and so I was being lazy in bed with the dogs, which is how my days normally start. But when I'm coming on today, yes. Ooh, these might be on Bargain Bee Box. I went and emptied out my cart so that I didn't miss out on it, because I missed it. I missed out on the Celtic one, though. I wasn't too bummed, because I wouldn't have released it just because people were complaining, but that's me. And if nothing else, that tells you who Lauren is as a person and why you would want to do business with them, because their customer service is amazing. People had complaints, wanted reds and greens, and so she threw a box together, and put it out there for people to order in case they wanted the red and green. So I'm very excited for the companion bundle, but I missed out on the Celtic one because there was too much stuff in my cart and editing took too long. So it's all cleared out, ready to go for today, so I don't have that problem. So today I thought that we would work on jewelry for the people in our lives that are minimalists. They don't like a lot of razzle dazzle. They're not ones who are going to be okay with like if it's too beaded or too sparkly or too big, too anything. They're not really going to wear it, or if they do, it will be minimally. So, first one that I want to start with, I have these beautiful drop links and this beautiful check glass drop bead. And what I'm going to do is I just want to connect those two. Oh, that's upside down. Not necessarily. You could put it the other way if you wanted to. And then I want to do that, and that's it. That's all the necklace is going to be. I do have two more of these that I will either make a necklace or earrings with. Maybe you guys can help me which ones you think I should do it. If it should be earrings or bracelets. Here's what I'm saying. If I do the bracelet, I'm thinking that it's either going to look like this or that with some beads in the middle. This will hit right about here and here on the wrist, and then it will be very simple. And when I say simple, I'm talking like maybe just alternating some various 18 karat gold plated spacer ball beads. I originally, and as soon as you see this, you guys can tell me if you think this is too much. I know you know who I'm talking. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I know. Rosanna and I, she's going to open it, so it'll be good. No, I'm not lurking. That is such a game. Or forgot. I put my email on my community page just for you. It might have blocked your email, Renee. So just leave out the, like, do one that is just like the first part of your email address, pop that up. Then go to the second one and just put whether it's Gmail, Hotmail, AOL, any of those, and try to put it up that way. Or message it to me and I'll pop it up real quick, Renee. Originally, before I started to edit, because it was supposed to be simple jewelry, not that this would have been like overly done. Originally, this is what it was supposed to be. Like so. And that's the way that it was going to work. Okay, I think it went up now because I can see it. Beth, can you see the email? Is there supposed to be a period between the 1 and the ILER, sweetie? Okay, I'm gonna go check your page real quick just to make sure that we can see. No, nope, not what I want to do. Let me go see real here. Here we go. Boston Beautiful. I'm going to guess that your email is on here. More? View email address. I'm not a robot. Submit. Oh, nope, there is supposed to be a period there. But just in case, I'm still going to go ahead and copy it so that I can paste it over here like that. Okay, Heather, if you wish the bracelet to match, kiss the teardrops in the center of the bracelet. Oh, like this? Is that what you mean? I just wanted to make sure because I have not, I was gonna say, I haven't seen a period in email. I have one. So I don't know why I said that, but yes. Um, like that, and then just do beads around. No, your teardrop dangle. Oh, yes, Rosanna, yes. Yep, yep. This is why I love being part of this community. You just completely helped me. You know how indecisive I can be and how I have deep FOMO where I'm afraid if I don't have every single option out on my mat, I'm going to miss the best one. So thank you, because yeah, it probably would have drove me nuts otherwise. So this part is going to be really easy. We're just going to connect it at the center, and then we're just going to simply wire wrap this. So I need a dotted spacer. I need to figure out, I kind of want to stack up bead caps on the bottom. So let me grab my gold stacker out. If I'm gonna keep things simple, I like to have, like, even if it's just a little moment, you can kind of make it a little bit bigger just by doing a little stack, like, oh no, like that. I just stacked two bead caps on top of each other, and I could do another one if I wanted to. I do have, or you can start with that and then, like, instead of putting another bead cap, actually, this might be prettier on the bottom. Oh, it won't fit on the bottom because it's not big enough. Let's see here. Let me see. That might be a little much. Yeah, that's a little much. Or is it? No, that's a little much. Okay. Let me, what about this one? See, this is where I get in trouble. Because I had it all done. It looked beautiful, but then because I brought all my stackers out, then I'm like, oh, but that's really pretty. Okay, let me put the other bead cap on and then I'll show you. Hopefully it's not too deep for this to work. It is, so I'm going to take out the larger bead cap because I like the way this looks better. Well, hopefully once I get up here. No, actually I don't. Okay, go back to the original. It was pretty all by itself. And then for the top, I'm probably just going to do a very simple, small, oh, you do not belong in there. I'll probably just use a very simple, one of these bead caps with just a little spacer on top. I've really been loving these. They're not exactly cubes, but they're not round, but they're very pretty. And I like them a lot. And I'm going to use them up here with the bracelet. What do you guys think about doing like a V connector? So it would go this. Like that. Where it's just a piece of wire that I like crossover. So I get a little oval to drop this into, and then I do two little loops that would connect these. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I know it was bad. Okay, no, your teardrop dangle. Oh, okay, yes, I got that. I'm gonna try it. Let me put on the little bead cap. Make sure it's not too small. Nope, perfect. I just need to stick to the KISS method. Keep it simple, sweetie. I oftentimes forget that things don't have to be complicated and over the top to be beautiful. Okay. I know why you guys can't see. I'm not sitting in my chair correctly. Alrighty. I'm not sure I want to put that on top, because we are trying to keep it simple. Okay, so we're gonna go there. I also need my Randy pliers and possibly. Okay, so I'm going to bend about 1 millimeter above the drop itself, and I'm going to bend it at an angle. Then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to go directly into that bend. So I'm not parallel, nor am I like vertical. I don't have my pliers like that or like this. I have them at an angle. I have found doing it this way gives me a very pretty centered loop. I'm just going to go up and make it a little bit bigger. Doing it this way. So I'm just going to push over and down. Then I'm going to rotate it to be parallel with my mat. I'm going to pull the wire this way, switch hands. I'm going to grab my pliers. I like to give it a little wiggle to make sure that it is, in fact, round. And then I'm just going to wrap this. I'm going to keep it very clean because we are doing this as a minimalist design. I don't like to cut my wire on the front or the back. I like to cut it on the side, therefore there isn't really a front or back. I need my slimmer pliers to push that in a little bit. And for some reason, my loop isn't as round as I would like it to be, so I'm just going to stick it back on my pliers and apply a little bit of force and wiggle it around. And now I have a round loop again. So we're going to have that. What? happened? Okay. There we go. This little flower is making it look. Oh, it's not the flower. I didn't cut this as close as I thought I did. So it was still, come on. Just tucking in my end right here. I should have probably gone another round or another wrap just to keep this more I don't want to say stiff, but to keep everything in. Don't you know when Helen says he doesn't need help? Keep doing this. Yep, happens all the time. I'm sorry that I was off camera. Those were the peach. Okay. So, as I was saying, I think I want to do a little bit of a V connector right here. So I am going to use my dun dun dun. Or do I just keep it very simple and attach these all with jump rings? Okay, I'm not going to know until I try it. So that's what I'm going to do. Where's my little container that had all of the here? I think I'm going to want itty bitty though. So there's the jar. My nails have wrecked this cork, not to mention the very dry climate, and it also helps keep moisture out, but it's okay because I have lots of extras. Okay, so when I say itty bitty, these are really itty bitty. I believe that, yeah, they're 2.5 millimeter. I end cork for that because I don't want to pick up a bunch of this. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit but I will do my best to stay right here. I'm going to just grab one of my baby bead caps, find where the split is. I hope that these are big enough to hold on to. Come on. It's hard to open it because you're covering the split. Okay. So I think I need to do one there. These are so itty bitty. It's kind of hard to see to make sure that you did, in fact, get it closed all the way. But you need to do so because make sure it's all the way closed. There we go. Ooh, those are little. Why somebody with dexterity issues would choose to use itty bitty 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 dangles, I don't know, but here we are. Yeah, I might not be able to use the itty bitties. Doesn't give me enough room. It is not going to work. They're way too small. I can't get all 3 loops into one. I don't think I'm gonna have to go up much from this size. I think I can just go, if I can get this other one off, that is, there we go. Okay, put these over here for a second. Put these away, because those are too tiny. Let's see. I see a little baggie right here. These ones are 3 millimeters, so these should be fine. Am I going to want to connect them all into one jump ring? Or am I going to have to, in order to have them facing the same way, I think I'm going to have to do them separately. Let me figure that out real quick. Am I incorrect? So if I want that to be the front, then that lays that way. So if I have these going this way, I think I do have to connect them using a jump ring. Otherwise, this will be sideways like that because of the way that the loop is directed. Unless I turned it back this way, then it would be correct. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what I would like to do. I'm going to see what it looks like to just connect them all to the same jump ring. So let me open this puppy up again. And put that on that side. And this on this side, correct? Yes, correct. Yes, 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 they all can go in. And I like that because there's not like a bunch of gappage right there. I like it a lot. Okay, now we just have to pick the chain. Being completely transparent with you, I would typically probably make my own chain, but for the sake of time and stuff, I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. That would be worse than watching paint dry. You would have the chat to kind of keep you entertained, but I'm gonna grab some of this really pretty lip chain. I see this being like, I want it to hit, where's my cursor? I want it to hit like right there. So I'm thinking in order for that to happen, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna want it very short. So we're gonna take it and cut the chain there. And then we'll simply cut that in half and attach it to, and then attach it to this. Put a clasp on it, and we are done. Piece of wire. The holes in these are very small though, so these will have to be like this wire won't even go through the little thing. That's the only thing about the lip chain being this small, is that the part where you connect it to other things is short. Okay, what are you looking for? Oh, you're looking for a thinner wire. Oops. I forgot for a second. What size is this one? This is 20 gauge. When I need 20 gauge, I can only find like 24, 28, whatever else. When I need the smaller, then I can only find the bigger stuff. Hold on, because I do see chain in this little drawer. We may be altering because I just found this 18 karat gold plated stainless steel jewelry chain, $5.99. My only thing is that because it is on stainless steel instead of over brass. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry, my bad. It's just Coriana chain, but it's like very delicate Coriana chain. So it definitely works. I'm just a match your golds kind of girl. Okay. Which do you guys think? Do you like the lip chain? Or do you like the, what is this called? Curb chain, I think? I don't know. You like the curb chain? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. Now, this is still going to go. I have a little container that I keep all of my scraps, and I have a single link, like little container, 2 link, 3 link, and I go up from there. So I want this to be about no longer than 28 inches. And so most of that is going to be the chain. I have a little measuring that my hubby actually got me, or not got me. He found it when we were cleaning out my sewing stuff because my daughter randomly asked for a sewing machine for Christmas. So I asked her if she was okay with it being like my old one because I don't sew anymore. And she was like, that's great. So we were cleaning it all out. Okay. So come on, lay. Okay. I will just fold you up then. Okay. So that would be 8 inches. Trying to see. No, it does not appear that this chain would open, which is good. That means it's got soldered links. I was just going to. Oh, I'm so glad I saw that. I wouldn't have been going to look for the wire to hold it up. I wouldn't have seen it, which is the way it usually works, right? Come on. Okay. So now we are going to hang both ends of this off of this head pin, follow it down, and I do have a single chain link at the bottom, so I don't have to break 2 more. And then I may connect this with the itty bitties though, or no, I'm actually going to use well, still itty bitties, or as Randy calls, and we all started doing it too. She calls anything under 4 millimeters a tinky tot. And these tinky tots, I'm almost positive, are from Randy. So, Randy at Thunder Horse Descendants. We were all talking as if you knew who Randy was. I just realized Randy's channel is called Thunder Horse Descendants. The Thunder Horse part being one word. There we go that way. Then we're going to add that one. Well, I have it backwards, but it doesn't really matter. Another tinky tot. The oval will help it look more professional because the curved chain is obviously more of an oval shape. So it works. We're gonna do like that. Oh, the only part that makes tinky tots difficult is there's not much room for your fingers in there, let alone your pliers. Just go on, please. I probably should have put the chain on first. I'm about to ban all things magnetic out of my bead room. I'm so... okay, wait. I want to make sure that when it's actually on your chest that it lays right. And I believe it does. That's backwards, but it's still okay. Yeah, it lays nicely. I thought so because it lays nicely on the mat. So if it lays nicely on the mat, that kind of mimics your up against your chest, the way it would go up against the chest. So I'm gonna grab this larger round jump ring to be the connection point for people. People always say I put these on the wrong side. So I was trying to make sure that I fell there. Okay. Then I need one of my clasps, which I put some right here. And I'm picking this one specifically because these are my only clasps that I did not get from the same place that I get the rest of mine from. And these are also sterling silver, gold plated sterling silver. They're double loop, which is kind of self-explanatory, but there's, come on, please. It's because, I don't know. Anyways, instead of there just being a single loop, like most clasps on the market, there is a double loop here, which makes it more secure. I'd love to use a tinky tot to add this on, but the double loop does not allow that. There's not enough room with the double loop. So, and I don't have my other oval jump rings right here at hand. I'm trying to find a company that I like. I have an issue with the oval jump rings that instead of going as an oval with a split in the middle, you get more of this shape like that. And then, oops, and then I don't like the way that looks. Plus, it makes it look like there's a gap, and I always have a very hard time feeling like it's closed securely. So then I have to go in, I choose to go in and I have to very carefully press that down so that it's the natural oval shape, and so either side hangs correctly. So before I put some in my stock, I want to find ones that don't have that. And I know they're out there because I've gotten them from other people. Like, I had some thrown in as free gift with purchase. So I had those, stuff like that. Okay, so first, simple, elegant design done. But we're going to turn it into a set. Oh, I have 3 left. Man, why do people sell things in odd numbers? Now I'm trying to decide. You have to use 2 on the bracelet unless you cut off one of the loops and have it dangle. And then you could use these for earrings. Do we forego earrings altogether? No, wrong side, designer choice. Thank you. Okay, now I feel like I missed a whole bunch. Hold on, let me go get caught up. Oops, sorry. Yay, Dorothy, I love that. Making up for the stupid comment. Yes, he swears he didn't say it, but he's the one with the earring problem. Yes. Lip chain, curved chain. Yeah, everybody is good. I will buy. You will buy what, sweet pea? Oh, here's another new name. Oh, will you please put your name down in the bottom so I know who I'm speaking to? I would appreciate it if you don't mind. I love seeing new people. Oh my God, she has to go outside all the time. We will be in the middle of a conversation and she will be, "Wait one moment," and walks through the room, and I can hear every word of the news. I can hear every word of the song. I can hear everything as if I was there. So yes, we have to do that. Who is the glue that brought us together? I'm confused. Okay. So are we going to do a bracelet with a charm and keep these for earrings? Or are we going to use 2 of these for a bracelet and this one can just be used later? That's the question of the moment. And I will put this on afterwards to make sure that it does hang correctly. Because my bus is up on the very top shelf, so I can't reach it. Bracelet and earrings. Okay. Yes, we did all meet through Randy. She's amazing. She, like myself and Rosanna, truly walk the walk. They don't just talk the talk. When she says, I want to support everybody, oh, put this up, put that up, she means it, as do I, and as does Rosanna. It's great. I don't have like admin approved posts. I think that's stupid. We're all grown women. We shouldn't need to be babysat, but yeah. Okay. So then we will put that one. Oh no, we're going to do something with a bracelet with this. And now we just have to decide which way we want this facing. And if we're going to leave the other loop on and dangle something else or cut the loop off. Probably cut the loop off is where I'm at right now. So then this would be, okay, well, it needs to go this way because that's the way it is here. And I wouldn't want to do more than just like a little gold spacer from the bottom. I'd actually prefer the earrings to be this by itself to keep it very simple since it has the loop. Okay, so if it goes through, that's the right way. So we would cut off the bottom loop. Okay, I'm going to make myself some quick and easy earring loops, but I also had ball spacers that were over here that were shorter, so I didn't have to keep using my longer ball head pins to do so. I must have put them away. So I'm gonna have to grab some more head pins because I only have one ball head pin left on my desk right here. So let me grab another little baggie of them. Okay. I kind of wish that this was silver because I have some. Oh my gosh, Heather, speak. I have no idea what I was just gonna say. Damn Dirkums. Silver. What were you going to say, Heather? I have no idea. Okay, this one is way too crooked to make an ear wire out of. Okay, there's one. Here's one. Okay. So we're gonna show you I'm gonna show you my quick and easy ear wire that allows you to not have to do both at the same time. So you're gonna put the ball between the top two barrels and you're gonna wrap the pin around until it touches the ball. You're going to take it off the barrel. You're going to turn it around the opposite way. You need to decide how large you like your ear wire. My favorite is the fifth step. Well, the fourth or the fifth. I'm going to do the fifth here. So you're just going to face the ball away from the barrel that you're going to be using to make the rest of your ear wire. It's still not straight. There we go. And then you're just going to go up, over, and push down. Take it off. You have an ear wire. You're going to do it with the other one exactly the same. Put the ball facing up. Wrap the wire all the way around till it gets there. Turn this upside down. Face the ball away from the barrel you want to use for your ear wire size. Fold up, over, and down. Now you will see that these are the exact same size when put together after the fact. So it's easier than trying to figure out like how, it's easier than trying to have two wires stuck in between your barrels, because I have found that that makes them slip and I don't like that. So here are the ear wires. This is the only part that I match them up for, especially when doing demonstrations, and that is for where to put the little kick. I don't like a big one. I have crooked holes, so it drives me crazy. I like to put the kick right around the same point as the ball of the head pins. And you're just going to push them up. So then you have the little kick out. As I said, I have crooked ear holes, so I cut them quite short. I'm not going to cut these right now, just in case the person that I sell them to, well, yes, go ahead and do it. You're fine. If they want a longer kick, you can go and swap it out, no problem. And when I say I take most of that little kick off, because it makes it very difficult for me to get my earrings on. So those are my ear wires. Which direction do we want this to fall? Up side down or right side up? If I put it in right side up. Okay, so I'm going to get my heavy duty cutters so that I can pick it. You have crooked ear holes or wars, that's it, friendship over. It is on Thursdays and it's great, Dorothy. I love going. It's on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe, but last night was the last one for the year. It's amazing. Love it. It's great. I'm confused. What happened? Yes. Here's the Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to cut off the bottom loop, which is actually an open loop. That's kind of cool. Woo, that went flying. I have a very small amount of metal left over. Hey, Quinn, I know you're nesting, babe, but please don't do that. She's due on Christmas Day, but always tends to go early. I have to figure out, this is not, I have two different chucks for this, and I put it in the wrong place. The other chuck that holds all of my drill bits better because I wanted to twist wires and I don't know what happened to the chuck. So I'm going to have to get another one. So I will do that by hand after the fact. There, that one didn't go flying. Yeah, it's almost completely off. You don't even like see the piece of metal, but I'll know it's there, so I'll go fix it. Then, because the little loop isn't big enough to go over the little ball at the end, oh wait, I gotta work hard in these first. So I like to work hard in things like this using the box joint and my 6-tip filmmaking pliers, mostly because I'm lazy and don't want to get out another tool. Don't want my whole desk shaking as I hammer. A multitude of reasons. So I just use the little box joint. It works just the same. I find that for some reason it works better than just using like your flat nose pliers. It gives it more of like a smushed effect. I don't carry the smush all the way down. Oh, I forgot to do my loop. I gotta do it at a weird angle. There we go. I start with it straight. That way, when you're trying to put it on, it isn't sticking out weirdly. My loop. And so I just go around, squish, squish, doesn't take long. Some people would call this efficient. Some people call it lazy. I call it a time saver. So, no. No, so I need to put it on backwards for it to be right side up. No. That's the only part. I always forget which way I should be threading it. No, I was right the first time round. Quinn, you're about to go get locked in mom's room with the welt box if you keep digging like that. Then you just close your little loop up and you have a very simple but pretty pair of earrings. And then we will make the bracelet and then we can move on to the next one. If you were here the other morning, I showed a very simple garnet necklace that I was making my other niece. It's them that kind of sparked this. They love jewelry. They love to wear jewelry. They love all of that. They just like it to be very simple. So now you have a very nice little drop, elegant thing. Work harder, not smart. Work smarter, not harder. Yes, exactly. Do I have my bench blocks right here at hand? I absolutely do. It's in my top drawer. Is my hammer right next to it? Yes, it is right here in this top drawer. I just don't want to do it. Okay, so now we just have to decide what we're going to do with the bracelet. Again, I don't want it to be a lot. I probably will use some of the remaining curve chain in it, possibly. I was thinking that I'm thinking that if we just stranded, I cannot think of the word that I need right now. That if we alternated these like hexagon diamond faceted ones with some regular ball spacers, that could be pretty. We could put a little bead cap in between them. Have some corrugated spacers there. I'm thinking like these with the 2.5 millimeter regular ball spacers. As such. Let's move the bracelet or the necklace and other things out of the way so the camera is not trying to focus on all the wrong things. Okay, so what I was thinking was that it could be very pretty. I would obviously, oh, nope, I would have to put this on a jump ring, which is fine, not a problem at all. This would be a situation where I would use the small oval jump ring so that it has more length and doesn't get caught up with the next beads. So let's see here. Am I the only one that goes in and reshapes their oval jump rings? I'm curious now. I know that somebody started after they heard me say that and like sent me a message and was like, thanks. I never noticed that until you said it, and now I can't not see it. I was like, sorry, my bad. Okay, so as you can see now, it doesn't get caught up because I have the extra space. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking that if I could pick up beads off my mat, that is, am I going to have to do this by hand the whole way? Let me just string. That's the word I was looking for. If we just string the beads. I know I just had these squares poured out. Where did I move them to? Did I just pick up the beads I needed to use? Oh no, they're here. I just didn't see them. I will have to pull more out, but I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. This is going to be something I'm like going to have to do my best to zoom in as far as I can so you guys can see and tell me what you think. Okay. You see how one is like faceted and then the other one is just a smooth ball? Do you like that? Do you think I should do like 3 gold ball spacers and then one of the sparklies? Make a different pattern over just doing one or the other? Yeah, I like the sparkles with the faceted as well. I'm just wondering if I should create a pattern, like do 3 of the 2.5 millimeter rounds and then do one of the faceted, just to kind of break it up a little bit more like that. But I kind of like the every other. What do you think? Do you like it? Too much gold. Okay, well, I have some green bicones. The only problem is that this is darker because the bicones are so little and see-through. Yeah, I like the every other too. I don't know, you might get outvoted, Beth. Only in my newbie opinion. It's totally fine. That's your preference, sweetie. I asked for opinions because I want to see what other people are thinking. You saw that I changed, like you guys said, nope, don't do the bracelet with the two, which is what I was going to do at first. But I ended up liking it. This is just going to be a little bracelet. So I'm trying to keep it very simple, and I'm only going to do this for the top of the wrist. The rest is going to be the chain. So I will cut a length of chain for either side. And so this will just be across the top. It's going to be a very, very, very simple one. Let me think. What can I have, I don't have any dark green seed beads. I have these greens, which are in the same color family, that could be used, but it's not anywhere else in the set. So, can you show us the little green beads you were thinking? Oh, yes, I can. They're right here. So, I want to use the round ones right on either side of this so that when put together, it keeps the jump ring up off of the wire. So I'm going to do round right there, but I think then I would want to go, I don't know that it necessarily needs a bead cap, but I could. And then I could just do, ooh, what if I do this? I have an idea. It's something I do all the time anyways. What if in between the bicones, on this one, we do the faceted, the plain, the faceted. We put another bicone on, and then we do the round, the faceted, the round. And then we can just go back and forth between those two patterns. What do you think? It breaks up the visual interest and will draw your eye to the next part. Therefore, not like, what was I going to say? Thereby disguising that this is a very simple pattern bracelet. There's not going to be any bead caps or anything like that on it. Who's leaving? Bye, Gloria. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, that's the other thing I'm going to do. Going to alternate the pattern in between the bicones. So if you ever, especially when you're using little beads, to use a bead cap on them is difficult because you end up covering up the majority of the bead with the bead cap. For reference, if I were to put this little bead cap, watch, it's going to look good, and I'm going to, and my point will not be made. See how it covers it up, and then all you see is the center of the bicone, which in this case isn't necessarily a bad thing. But if you leave it off, you see the entire bicone, And by alternating the pattern, it tricks the eye into thinking that it is more than just a little simple pattern, because the pattern alternates in between each of the bicones. There is a term for it. I watch YouTube like videos that explain things like this. They go into like the science part of it. That's where they talk about the fact that the human eye is naturally drawn to odd numbers over even numbers. Sorry, I am shopping my desk bead mix rather than pouring more out. I'm trying to be better so that when I need my desk cleared off, it doesn't all go into a bead soup and stay there. So, but this tricks the eye into thinking that there is, which I think it's pretty. It just, what is the term? This is going to drive me bonkers. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, ladies. I cannot think of the term. But there's like science and research and whatever behind it. So I just can't think of it. No bead cap. Yeah, no bead cap. I can make it pop. Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. As always, unless specifically said otherwise, anything I make is for sale. So if I do something and you really like it and are like, ooh, I want that, you can email me or say so in the comments and then email me, because I would need your information in order to invoice you. Back home. Okay, other side. Put my clippy. I don't always know like what I like, but I know what I don't like. As anyone here can tell you that has been around for even a minute, I will like say something or try something and I'll be like, nope. Kind of like earlier. You guys didn't even see what I was doing with the teardrop, because as soon as I was trying it, I was like, nope, nope, nope. So, and these are check glass crystals, or bicones. The middle is not check glass. But it is a very pretty, they are very pretty crystals. Come on, go on. Man, what is that term? The reason I want the term is so if you guys want to go look it up, you can. Because it's not just, it like goes into it more, like they take it to like several other like layers and give you ideas and ways to do it, and I just can't think of what it is. It's something visual interest. And it's a podcast that I watched a very long time ago. Or it wasn't a podcast because they were demonstrating. I don't know, but that's gonna drive me crazy. Also, I don't want you guys thinking I'm just making up stuff willy-nilly on the fly. This is the actual, like, different things. And I have learned that since watching them, that it has helped my pieces. So if you would like to listen, you can go onto YouTube and you can just like type in the science behind patterns, jewelry making, the science behind jewelry making, things of that kind of stuff. So yeah. You're okay, sweet pea. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have them. You know I have them. I bought a gazillion of them. Yes, I would, but you can just go look up like the science behind jewelry making, the science behind why humans are drawn to certain patterns, just stuff like that. And you can go and watch those, and some, like, literally I would be saying something. I would be sitting there listening to something, and they would say a very simple, like, sentence, and it would absolutely blow my mind because it would teach everything else. Rosanna, you were just sitting in bed. Watch it, lady. Yes. Go lay down. Stay laying down. You know, that whole shingles thing's kind of freaked me out because I had a sore and I wasn't sure where it came from or how long it had been there. And so, but I only had just like the one little spot. Okay. This, unlike most bracelets, can just be measured by the length of the bracelet because they're small beads, so there really isn't anything on the inner diameter. But this is just one of the I can't talk today for some reason. This is one of the times that that is the case. So we are right at the end. If I put around a square and then crimp it, the crimp bead will look like the finish of the pattern. So we're going to go around, square, and then this is where we will crimp it. So there it is, right? No, that's not it. That's great. Okay, so you can look up the science behind patterns in jewelry making. You can look up the science behind what humans find visually interesting. You can, there's just a bunch of different things that you can look it up as. Words are hard. My Durkheim's disease causes memory recall issues, so that's why. I promise if the next good one that I watch / listen to, I will share the link. Promise, promise. Okay. We are going to put the crimp on this end. I'm looking for my little scrap piece of white because it's thick and worked very well to make the number of times that I had to squish my loops. There we go. Pop that out a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I did figure out which of my magical crimpers was the good one and scribbled on the handle so I would know. I tried to write, it didn't work. So then I just scribbled. Squish. Squish. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. We are going to cut the other side. I don't think I explained that. Maybe I did. I like to put added thicker wire in with my crimps because then I don't have to crimp. I don't have to like squish it as many times, which is good because, sorry, my lipstick got gummy and I can't stand that. It's a texture thing for me. Aw, she got caught up in the video, hon. It happens to all of us. She popped over directly from her live to my live, so she wasn't doing it because she was being irresponsible. She just clicked right over so that I would know she was here. She is now laying down, so it's okay now. So when we were talking about like how a bracelet is not measured by the length of it, it needs to be measured by the inner diameter. An easy way to do that is I created some bracelet mandrels that look like this. There is a measurement every 1/4 inch. You are able to just slide whatever you're working with on it. There's no obstructions. I've seen these where they're like squares, down, down, and then like square and round doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Why you would make a square bracelet mandrel, I don't get. Having those steps makes it harder for you to just drop the bracelet on and have a measurement. So this one is right at between like 6.5, 6 3/4 inches. You know what size it is. This is normally $15. Right now it's 10. And that will last until next Wednesday. So I always do my sale prices for 7 days. Okay, I want to make sure this isn't too stiff. Then I'm going to pop my finger. Oh, I need to put the extra piece of wire in. I know you just want her to get better, but girl, you might have done the exact same thing. That's all I'm saying. She's in bed now. Rosanna, promise that you will be a good girl and stay in bed and rest, and that she will keep it elevated. So yes. Aw, you're such a sweetie. You're the best, Beth. Beth is like the little holiday elf that just keeps on giving. And just in case you didn't know, you can shop my live sales at any time. Obviously, I just did the reason why the pricing on this one expires is because I did send more, save more sale. So like if your order was $50, you got 10% off. If your order was $75, you got 15% off. If it was 100, you got 20% off, and every order over 150, you get 25% off of your invoice total. And and blah, blah, blah. There were gemstone pendants starting at $1 the other night, and like $2 and everything else. But yes, if she does that, I will be happy. She just has to take care of it. Yes, I know. I worry about her too. She's a sweetheart. Why do I not see? Is Rosanna commenting and I'm just not seeing it? Why does that happen every once in a while? Okay, my email address, Donna Dominique, is titistrinketsandtreasures@gmail.com. You can send me an email. I will need your address, email, phone number so that I can put you into the customer database. Yes, I'm hoping she fell asleep as well. She didn't sleep well last night, so yes. And then I can get those sent out to you. I need to get your invoice together, girl, so that I can buy my companion bundle. Okay, now we're going to attach a clasp onto this. Did I really put them away again? Why? I knew I was doing another project. Okie dokie. I cannot use that. I have to use the round ones because of the double loop. Here they are. You need one of those and one of those. Nope, that is not the right one. Sorry, talking to myself, trying to figure out where the right size would be. And when I go to shows, I always have different size jump rings on hand, so that if somebody like looks at a piece and is like, oh, that's a little bit too small of a closure for me, I have dexterity issues, I can say, I can swap out that jump ring for you right now, ma'am. And then they feel better because then it feels like a custom piece to them. That is another topic that I search and listen to podcasts or watch videos about, is the psychology of a buyer, retail psychology, that kind of stuff. Psychology, how psychology is part of retail, just stuff like that. I basically say the same thing, but in different words, so I get a greater number of like replies. I also keep different size lobster claws for the exact same reason. If they're like, oh, that's too small, I could never, but I really like it. Okay, I can swap that out to the next size for you. Here are my sizes. What works best for you? Those are two things I always recommend that you have on hand. You know what would be cool is if I could find like a little letter bead to hang below that. That would be really pretty. So I may not cut off this loop yet. That would be really cute. Like if it laid on the wrist. Let's see what this size ended up being. This one came out to 7 inches. The average size wrist. Okay. Girl, then you need to come on Beading Besties. You need to be part of this. If you're getting the companion bundle, we did a thing a couple months ago. a group of us ladies all were like crazy excited about the specific companion bundle. I think it was the second ice cream, that companion bundle, but I'm not 100% sure if it was that one or a different one. But we all ordered it. We all opened it together on a live. We bounced ideas off of each other. We then went and created on our YouTube channels for a full week. And then we came back the following Sunday. We showed off everything we did. We had everybody's channel in the description box. We were able to post it in the Bargain Beads Box Facebook page. We had to let Lauren know because that many like links in it sets off a thing on Facebook for her. But if you let them know ahead, it's great. Honey, I don't know if you saw or not yesterday, Beth, that that Dorothy is working the 4th and the 11th. So the 4th is actually available. But yes, it was the anniversary bundles Malibu Pink. You're correct, Rosanna. Correct. You also need to recognize your market. Who does your jewelry appear to? How? I think these are things that happen. Correct. I'll tell you the easiest. The psychology of a buyer, the biggest thing and the simplest one that you can keep in mind is if they feel that they're getting a deal, they are likely to spend more money than they originally want, than the original item would cost. So I always do like 1 for 15 or 3 for 30. So I get, is that correct? Yes. So basically it's buy 2, the third is half off. So if they see that that's the deal, they're more likely to go through and pick other items, even though it's going to cost them more money because they feel like they're getting a deal. It's not 20. It is, oh my goodness. It's something with 75 cents. I can't think of it. But yes, or I did a video a while back now where I showed 3 separate pieces of jewelry that were using the same stones, but there was something that set them apart cost-wise. So you start with the first one. I start with the more expensive one because then I get to show everything I use in that. And then the second one, I use different things, maybe a less expensive chain, maybe I used less of the like primary gemstone, whatever. And then the third one is the least expensive one. And that's so that you can market to all your possible customers. But at a secondary level, people are more likely to buy the most expensive one because they feel like that's the best one. Even if the one that they initially liked was the least expensive one, there are people that are always going to buy the most expensive one because that makes it better. But it also helps you make quality items affordable to all. In the same video, I talked about the difference in price between the 18 karat gold plated findings versus regular copper, when they just put a color of copper wire over the top. And I broke down the cost, and the difference is not a lot, and you're very able to do it. So that appeals to more because it's 18 karat gold plated. So which 18 karat gold plated is, of the 3 golds, is my favorite. I like the tone of it, the softness of it. It's not as yellow, but then 24 karat gold is like a really light gold color. And then 14 karat gold is more yellow. So I prefer the one in the middle. but that's me, and I prefer it to either be the center wire to either be copper or brass. So yes. Yes, you will. Well, if you're going to be, yes, you should have to make the same. Yes, I saw that yesterday, and I told her. So she used, right? That was yesterday, Rosanna, or was that one that you put out for everybody, not just members only? I think we've done that more than one though, but yes, we are so ready. We are so excited. I want to grow this community together. I don't want there to be a cool table. We're not in junior high. We're not in high school in a cafeteria where, the nerds sit over here and no, we're not that. We are a community and we should be doing everything together. Yesterday's members only. Yes. That's what I thought. That would be a great, we all are cool. Hey, I like being org. I like to nerd out about jewelry stuff. It gets me excited. I have a blast with it. I did have another design I was going to show you, but then we got to talking, so it's okay. Just means that I will have those. We can work on them on Monday. So it would be good. And I also want to start setting up pay to learn like gatherings where someone comes and there's like a panel of people and we're talking about a specific topics and answering questions, but also ones where you are demonstrating a specific skill and you're going through it, and again, people are able to ask questions live, all of that kind of stuff. So girl, I'm very, very excited to have you with us and to get to learn more from you, because I like it. Yeah, an online workshop, exactly. But one that that the person who puts it on and all of their time, all of their, like if they want to put together notes or like a syllabus or whatever else that they then put out to those who do the class, so they have it to refer back to, whatever. All of that takes time, and everybody's time is valuable and is worth money. So that's why I'm doing it. It also helps us recoup the cost of the materials we use when we are making jewelry for a video. Because sometimes it gets undone, sometimes it gets sold, sometimes there's several reasons why. But yeah, so I'm all about trying to build us all together. I think that we have to compete with men as it is, and that we should not be competing with each other. We should be arm in arm and doing this. Plus, a lot of us, a lot of us deal with physical pain on a daily basis. So this is a great way to have a social life without having to worry about. I'm gonna be straight up honest. There are days that sometimes just taking a shower, the process of getting ready, is enough of a reason for me to not go someplace, which is horrible to say, but it's the reality of my life. So yes. Yeah, welcome to the addiction. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she doesn't have a channel yet. We're working on that. But anyways, all right, ladies. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. If you have time, go check out the sale. It's in the live part of my channel. There was one on Wednesday night that was more about components and things like that. And then there was one, or that was on Sunday morning. And then there was one Wednesday night where we did most of the pendants and things of that nature. So I hope that you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to see you back here. Oh, on Sunday night for Rosanna and I, and then again on Monday morning. As always, happy beading.